Hey guys, today I'm here to react to episode 4 of season 3 of Outer Banks. I know I'm not going the fastest in terms of reacting to this, but for me it's pretty fast, okay? Like, I normally draw things out so much, especially knowing that who knows when we're gonna get season 4 of Outer Banks, right? But I'm really trying to get through it. I love how the episodes are gonna get longer too, I noticed, as the season goes on. And really, like, the last episode was like an hour and 19 minutes. Like, that's a movie to me. So I'm quite excited to see where this is gonna go. Hopefully the action picks up a little more. I think that's the thing that's missing for me too this season a lot, is like, I want more action, which I know there have been like boat chases and all that, but it just never feels super stressful. Like, it's stressful, but it just, like, again, when the boat's going 5 miles an hour, you're like, okay, I guess this is stressful. So yeah, let's see what happens in this episode. There he is, my favorite man of the hour, right? Gosh, I still get when he left John B without a note. He thinks you've been dead for a year. He finally got you back, and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave and not tell him. Like, it'll be fine. Ew, that smells nasty. Like, let's be honest. It's been there for how long? Wet, soaking. But also, like, it's what you deserve, Big John, okay? You shouldn't have left John B. Well, there he is, finally. Sarah, your man's not crazy. I've got good news. Look at her face. She's like, oh my gosh, I really didn't think it was true. Oh my goodness, she's so happy for him. Look at Sarah's the best. That's why I'm so sad when like people shit on Sarah. She's the best. Like, don't call her Ward's daughter or the Queen of Kildare. Like, she's so excited for him. That's so sweet. Oh, look at that family hug. Sarah right in the middle. That's so sweet that she's just so excited. She, like, specifically makes sure to say goodbye to him. I kind of forgot Sarah had such a nice house. I kind of forgot Key had such a nice house. Like, that pool, I want to take a dip in that pool right now. Aww, I really don't like her parents, but, like, this is still a nice moment, right? Of, like, they thought she was gone and never coming back. Hopefully they'll be a bit more appreciative now of her and, like, you know, listen to her and not just try and push her to be the way they want them to be. But I also feel like it could go one of two ways, right? It's like when you lose something like that, it's either you're like, okay, like, let's talk this out, we're gonna have a different relationship. Or you go completely more the other way of like, no, you're completely following my rules now. See, this is like how John B's reunion with his dad should have been. Like, they were like just wanting to see their son, not like being like, hey, like, tell us that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. Look at her take off on her little bike. I love Sarah so much. I know I keep saying it, but like, she's just been through so much and continues to be so nice to other people. The Twinkie! My goodness, it is kind of shaped like a Twinkie. I never really like conceptualized that before. Look at all the cracks in it. You can't drive that thing safely. I knew it. I knew he was going to pull this shite. Like, he's not even going to want JJ or any of the other ones in it. Like, this is just so unfair. And not to be like, that's his wife, but like, that's his wife, okay? You know? Like, you can't be hiding things from each other. Yeah, she's not a spy or whatever he seems to think she is. Like, she has put in more than, honestly, probably you, Big John. She's put in more to this treasure hunt. So, she lost her entire family and, like, not just, like, her physical family, but like the idea of who she thought her dad and her brother and all of them were, like, that all came shattering down. It's so sad that like he has to be the parent. Like, he's always the voice of reason of like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. And like, that's so sad and messed up. Okay. I was trying to read the book. You can't do that. I like leaned in. Well, maybe we should have done some reconnaissance before we came in. Oh my gosh, he's there too? The poor guy. I mean, like, treasure hunting, it seems great because you get rich, but like, how many people get hurt along the way? You know what I mean? There they go on their 5-mile-per-hour boat. Oh my gosh. See, this is like, John B's checking on the guy and being like, are you okay? And his dad is just like, we gotta go. Like, it's like there's no emotion to his dad. It's like he's just so focused on the treasure at the cost of being a human and being empathetic. Like, he didn't even check on him. John B is like, are you okay? And like, the dad's just like, we gotta go. We gotta go. I am glad they're back in the Outer Banks now, because this is what I was saying. This feels more like their turf. So it's a bit more realistic when they know like the secret ways and stuff like that. Like, who has the jet skis and stuff. We can see you. Can a jet ski outrun a boat? I've never really thought about that. I'm not a big water person. But I mean, I guess it's a good question, right? Did you see the person parasailing that's seeing all of this? They're like, what is going on over there? He just talks like a thesaurus, does he not? Like, it's like, just say what you want to say, dude. Well, at least it runs in the family giving your name away to, like, the bad guys. I still can't. That's like rule number 1, don't tell them your name. Oh my gosh! I mean, they were gonna kill them, but he just escalated that so quickly. He's not gonna kill, right? No! Yeah, don't. What the? In front of your son, dude? This man is crazy. Like, I don't think they should have gone after them in the first place. Or at least, like, they could have regrouped and found a rendezvous point or something like that afterwards. Like, this is not how we do it. This is not how the Pogues have ever done it. And I get that, like, yeah, they were gonna kill John B, but, like, it's just the, like, malice of how he did, like, the cold-heartedness of it, you know? They're so cute. They keep... Oh, I hate when it's like they all... I hate it, but I love it when it's like they almost kiss, but then they pull away at the last second. It's like... Ah! So good. Dude, she put a shirt on. Like, calm down. You're one of her best friends, dude. Like, why would you say that? Ooh, that's probably the worst thing you could have said to him. Because he doesn't think... He'll think of it as charity. JJ, that is so mean. I know he's hurting right now, but still. I mean, fair point. Oh. I mean, Ward is such a good villain, right? Like, I love to hate him, but it's just, like, the complexity of, like, I feel like you don't oftentimes get the, like, full backstory of, like, a father versus, like, their child, right? It's like you raised them, you loved them, you cared for them, and now, because of what you've done, they look at you with nothing but, like, disgust in their eyes. Like, they can't believe what's happened. Yeah, there's also that, you know, fear. I don't think a child should ever look with fear. Like, you know, he put her in a situation that no father should ever put their child in. And I mean, at least, unlike Rafe, he seems to realize what he did wrong. I know Rafe was like, oh, I shouldn't have touched Sarah or whatever like that, but he still kind of thinks it's justified, I think, in a way, right? Of like, I had no choice. Ward, on the other hand, I think has more, guilt over it, you know, more like I have to pay for this. Atonement, I guess, is that the correct word? That was a good montage too. Whoever shot that with like cutting it of like young her and then just like that split second of him remembering when he was choking her, that was a really good job. It's a good thing their house is so big because I feel like a regular house, like most people's houses, you're not hiding. But they have like the like, geez, the whole floor plan. Rich people, am I right? Yeah. Yeah. I feel bad because it's like also like you shouldn't be so obvious about like obviously he loves Sarah. I think he loves Rafe, but like Sarah is the good one, you know. Sarah's the one that he wants to be a good person in her eyes. But then I also think Rafe, maybe you should kind of consider why, like what's the difference between you and Sarah? Because it's like as much as the dad wants to be like, oh, this is our legacy, like Rafe is willing to do whatever the dad wants. Sarah's not, and Sarah's the one that at the end of the day, like he wants to prove himself to because of how that is. So I'm so mad he's like making John B help with this too. Like he's like, come on, boy, help me get rid of the body. He's like, what are you doing? You're a terrible person, let alone parent. Oh, both their outfits are so cute. I always love their outfits, but these ones in particular are so cute. Also, I wonder if Key ever told them about Rafe being kidnapped with her. I kind of feel like she would, but it's also like no one's mentioned it specifically, so that makes me think it hasn't. But like, I feel like they'd be very, very proud of, you know, her pushing him into the water and abandoning him. I love that, like, see, this is like the thing too that I love. Like, they're all friends. Like, she's not like the one that's like, I have to go talk to John B. Like, she's like, oh, I'll go find Pope, you find John B. Like, it's just so realistic, but it's also so refreshing that, like, it's not like, I have to tell my, you know what I mean? Like, it shows truly that they're all friends. Look who showed up. Oh my gosh, when he sees just Key there, he's gonna be like, Oh my gosh, the way she said his name too. It's like, I'm not mad, I just want to talk. Well, this is awkward. If no one's gonna say it, I will. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed that his dad is keeping them apart, like purposefully. Like, I know John B is like, I don't want to do this, and like reluctantly going along, but like, it just sucks that they're still apart, and like, I blame John B. I couldn't blame someone, well, I could blame Sing, but like, it was obvious that you were supposed to blame Sing. And now I'm like, this is you. She just knows the perfect thing to say, you know, because she knows him so well. Yeah, that's all she wants. Like, that breaks her heart because she cares so much about him. Well, yeah, that was also rude. Mm-hmm. She's just like, uncalled for, a low blow, lame, I'll keep going. It's interesting too that like, I like the idea because I feel like you don't see it a lot too of like, we both like each other and we kind of both know that we like each other, but like still nothing's happening because it makes it more like awkward and like tension filled and it's different. I like it. Kiss. No. Fresh slate and I'm like, kiss. Oh, yeah, I think you've been through a lot, my dude. Like more than I would give you the treasure at this point. I think you've earned it. Good question. Because I think right now he's realizing that his dad will go through a lot more. Because here's the thing is like I feel like John B like ends up in these situations and then like honestly like always tries to be like, can we just talk like this through? And then the other people are like, no, and attack him. Whereas I feel like the dad is like attacking first and it's just like not how it should be. Because it's like there's already so much violence and treasure hunting if you're not looking for it. And then if you want to be like the strike first type of people, you're already escalating situations, right? Good. Good. I mean, that was a lot. Like, you could have at least been like, hey, look away for a second, you know? He's like, oh, that's what you're mad about? Like, he seemed genuinely surprised. But you put him in that situation in the first place. This is all because of you, though. Like, it's you lose him because of you, because of your actions. I don't think that's the way to think about it. Like, what's done is done. We just gotta move on. Like, no, that's like a whole family that like is wondering where their people are coming home now. It's so manipulative too, right? Like he's been missing his dad for a year, thinking he's dead, and now he's like, you know what? You can go back home, leave, and wondering when you're gonna see me again, or you can come with me, your dad, who you thought wasn't alive anymore, and hang out with me still. It's like obviously he's gonna pick his dad. Like, and that's not fair. That's not a fair choice. Like, you should be like, if you want to walk away, I get it. Like, that's fine. I mean, they got the diary, but like, at what cost? And is this the dad that you remember? I think that's what's starting to run through his head of like, how far will you go for the treasure? Like he was saying, but it's like they're realizing they're two very different answers. And also the fact that like he's so intent on them doing this alone, like makes it worse too, because it's like, okay, you have your dad to share it with, but like, isn't the fun part about like what we've seen from when they find, like, think about that scene in season 1 when they found the gold and they were all in the van and they were like, cool life, cool. Like, it was euphoric because they did it together, and that's the key, right? It's like you can't be cutting people out and just swinging first. Like, that's not the way to prove you're worthy, because it's like, it's not. Like, the dad doesn't find anything. He just steals all the stuff from other people. So it's like, how is he much better than Sing, right? It's true. So yeah, I think this is my favorite episode of the season so far. It definitely had the action, and it's starting to get like the mysteries of like, you know, they're going after one thing and then John B's going after another thing, but also like the character conflict, I think, of John B realizing that he and his dad aren't exactly on the same page with things, and I'm interested to see more how that develops. I think Chase is doing like a really good job playing it, especially like the minute facial expressions of like when it just seems like he's like, I can't believe it, but like this is my dad, you know? So it's like there's that conflict where it's like you can't blame John B for going along with this, because it's like he's 17 years old and he just got his dad back. Like, he's gonna try and disregard it and talk himself into it as much as he can, so I can't be mad at him. But yeah, I love this episode. So yeah, if you have seen it, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down in the comments. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!